Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Victor Michael Vincent Jr., and I am your reentry expert. Today, I want to talk about life is supposed to be hard. It's December 26th, so a lot of us are going into the new year, and a lot of us are making a lot of New Year's resolution. We want to be better people. We want to have a better life. But I'm here to tell you, you can have all that. However, one thing that you have to realize to attain that is that life is supposed to be hard. And when you look at nature, nature tells you life is supposed to be hard. When you ride down the road and you see a tree has endured so many things to be standing there strong and bold. When you look at a tree, you see something that has withstood the elements, the snow, the wind, the rain, the ice storms, hurricanes, tornadoes. Trees withstand all that. They withstand the damage that we do to them, carving in them, moving land around them. So trees are a perfect example of how hard life is. And if you ever notice, a tree has to be flexible because sometimes it gotta bend to sway in a storm. And that's just like you. The problem is sometimes, man, we give up a little too easy. Soon as something get hard, man, we pack our bags or we put our tennis shoes on, we get to running. Trees plant themselves firmly into the ground and they hold to endure the storm. And sometimes that's what we have too. Sometimes you in that job that you don't want or that job that you don't like. But sometimes, man, you got to stand right there. You got to plant your feet and you got to endure the storm. Nobody said that life was supposed to be easy. And if they told you that, they lied to you. Because when you look at the elements, you see that life is not hard. You see that life is hard. For an example, a woman once told me the closest time a woman comes to death is during labor. She said your blood pressure goes up sky high, you're losing blood, your body is struggling to bring forth this life, and it almost takes your life from you. But a woman also told me it's the greatest gift that God could give a woman. And see, that should tell you right now that something so hard produces something so beautiful. Look at the bond between a mom and her kids. That's another example of how hard life is. There are many of them. When you look at tornadoes and hurricanes, storms aren't just formed like boom and they here. It takes hot air, cold water, wind blowing in a certain direction to create hurricanes and tornadoes. So that shows you the force of natures have to do a lot to get momentum to produce such type storms. And that's how life is, man. Life is supposed to be hard. Man, one of the hardest stories, I like the story, but it's a hard one, and it hurts so many of us, and it's the story of Jay-Z. Dudes watch Jay-Z go from Marcy Projects to the rap industry to CEO. And everybody has a blueprint, quote unquote, I did say blueprint, to get there. And that's the hardest way to get there. Man, maybe 1 out of 1,000,000 make it that way. He was that 1 out of 1,000,000. So the one in him that made it, there are other brothers that are dead or in prison who didn't make it. Man, that's all you have to do is develop a plan and work your plan. And developing a plan, sometimes sit down and write out what you're good at. What are you not good at? What do you love? What do you hate? And then start working what you love and what you're good at as your career, and that will elevate you to where you want to be. That's the problem with reality TV. You're watching something that's staged in front of you, even though they call it reality. It's as fake as a $3 bill. But you get caught up in these people's glamorous lifestyles. But have you ever wondered why celebrities commit suicide? Why so many of them are drug addicts? Because life was meant to be hard. And when you plant your feet firmly and you're flexible, you can weather the storm. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to send this video to a couple people because you're going to have some dudes that just come home or some dudes that's about to come out of prison. And somewhere in their mind, somebody's going to tell them life is going to be easy. And usually your first week or two it is. Your man's going to buy you some gear, your family feeding you, everybody happy to see you. But then it comes time to get out here and struggle and work hard and put in the work and not get the best job and not get the nicest supervisor. So they have to be prepared to realize that life is hard. But just like the elements, there are seasons. And that good season will come through, and you enjoy that good season when it comes through. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am Victor Michael Vincent Jr. I am your reentry expert, and I'm telling you, in 2019, life is supposed to be hard, but it's supposed to be enjoyable. One more example, look at the early settlers when they got here. I know it's a hard story for a lot of us to hear, but they almost died. I mean, they literally almost died because they couldn't make it through the elements. They needed some help from the natives that were here. And that shows you through all we've built, cities, towns, skyscrapers, all we've been through, slavery, civil rights movements, the genocide, and Hitler killing the Jews in Germany. I mean, they were hard lifestyles that people had to live, but we're still here because there were people who went through that hard lifestyle that didn't make it. However, we're still here enjoying the pain and suffering that they went through. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, life was not meant to be easy, but it's enjoyable and it can be good. Once again, I am Victor Michael Vincent Jr. I am your reentry expert. I will talk to you later.